course, I started with the wrong intro again. I have got, I've got about 10 different studios set up here. The
I'm
one
like,
thing I
am I
forgot is
Selena
that.
today?
You
I'm
know,
Selena.
you
I'm
are
Essence of the
Selena.
Moon.
Welcome. My name is Ramon, and this is my co-host Selena. What happened was I was so focused on, I was trying to get a deck of cards, my Marvel superhero deck organized, and I was so focused on that and talking to Lexi. Details slipped my mind. But isn't that a cool intro?
Fault.
Yeah, that. Oh, goodness sakes.
We got the choir. We got the choir behind.
I do. The Children of the Night. What music they make. That's okay. They can bark while.
Yeah, that's okay.
Selena's laughing. Selena, my co-host on Thursday night, Essence of the Moon. Thank you for being there for your support, sis.
I'm you tonight, sis. I'm you tonight, sissy.
Yeah, you are. We've got Maud joining us.
Hi, my boo.
We've got Nancy. I'm not sure.
Hi,
are you simulcasting this, my love?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah. We've got Nancy.
The Dalai Lama. Nancy's the Dalai Lama.
Pretty.
That's my niece, Pretty.
Gorgeous name that is.
Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, Hershey. You doing, boo?
Hi, Hershey.
Nancy.
My Nancy.
Kai the Dove Love.
Oh, it's Kai. Hello, Kai.
I love that.
Yes.
You know what Kai is, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. Rachel. Oh, Rochelle? Or is that Rachel?
Yes, Rachel. That's one of my babies.
Okay. Addie, I think a lot of these are your babies, my dear, because these are many new faces.
Yes, new faces. Yes.
Hello.
And
welcome. Addie. Welcome to Behind the Moon, everybody. Behind the Cards. The beginning segment threw me off. Behind the Cards. My name is Bobby. I am your host. We are saying hello to everybody dropping in. Today I am joined by Alexis Milner. How are you, Lexi?
I'm well. I'm excited today.
I am too. I got all pretty for you.
So gorgeous. So gorgeous. I got my New York hat on. So, hopefully I don't have to go Bronx on anybody. But,
right. Sexy Lexi.
Sexy Lexi in the building.
I don't know if you read the description that I put down, but it said, who could turn the world on with her smile? That's you, mama. You've got the most enigmatic smile. That smile is just
thank
gorgeous.
You, my love, my Bobby boo.
Tapestry.
Hi, Lila.
Heather's here.
Hi, Heather boo.
Hey, baby. Who's this? Ramon. Oh, we're doing an unboxing video after this. I just got a package from Ramon. Thank you.
From my primo?
Yep, from my little boy, my nephew, Ramon.
Yes, your nephew.
Uh-huh. Let's see who else we got here. Julie. Yeah, I did dress up for her. I got excited. I really did. I was like, I've been looking forward to this. Every time I think about talking with you, it makes me smile.
It's been such a long time. The very first time you said you wanted to talk to me, you were on with Nancy. I'll never forget it. This was like back in January or February. And you're like, I want to talk to her. And I'm like, what am I going to say?
Everybody has a story. And we were talking about that backstage. The premise of the show is that everybody has a story. And I want to hear those stories. So do other people. So we do this show. Maru.
Hi, Maru.
Mr. Floyd's Universe.
Hi, Joshy.
Jeffrey W.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Boy, look at how many people showed up for you, my love. They're just all over. Okay. And I'm sure people will be joining us as the alert
Yes.
out. Sip, sip, everybody.
Sip, sip.
Okay.
Salud.
So, for those who have never seen this segment, I interview people based on the 22 cards of the major arcana. Um, so let me switch out here. The cards. Now I'm in the right studio. Okay. Look, see, it's changed my logo up there and everything. All right.
Yay.
Banners. All right, Lex, you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's remove this chat right here. All right, my dear. So we're starting off the story of your life with the Fool. Where would you say that your spiritual journey began?
Well, it began as a baby. My mother being a devout Catholic woman, and I was raised Catholic, christened, and First Communion, confirmation, all the sacraments except for marriage, of course, not yet. And that just started everything. I mean, my faith is everything to me. I know so many people, who love the cards and do these things. They don't. They've had like a bad time with church, or maybe now they're atheists or anything, something like
Mhm.
that. But I've never had that experience. I love my rosary. I say my prayers every day, several times a day. My angels are all around me. And that's what I'm all about spiritually, all about that. But I also love my cards.
I love that. Would you say that you receive words of knowledge?
Yes, I do. And every day I get that confirmation every day when I am doing my live streams and I have this big like tapestry banner behind me. Right now it's for my birthday. So it's got a butterfly and it's got this crown. And whenever that crown lights up, those are my angels. That's my mother, my angels and saints, my ancestors, everybody. They're like gang gang. They're right here, gang gang for me. They show up every day,
Yeah.
all hours of the day. Santissima Muerte, everybody, they show up for me all day, every day, every day.
Do you
Every
find that your guides can be a little brutal with you? I was just asking for my
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So it's not just me.
No.
I'm like, I feel abused. Sometimes I'm like, you don't have to be that forceful. Calm your tits. All right.
Right. Calm your tits. Yeah. Yeah.
So our next card is the Magician. And the Magician is the great manifester, but he's also the great communicator.
Mm-hmm.
Was it difficult telling those around you about your spiritual side?
No, because everybody, well, first of all, everybody knows my Catholicism and all that is like, I go hard for that every day. So everybody who knows me knows that. Like, I have my faith. I never doubt my faith. I mean, whenever anything goes wrong with me, I'm praying. I'm always praying, always.
Right.
And when it comes to the tarot, a lot of people didn't know that I was interested in that, or interested in the oracle or anything. And when my mother passed away, that was a big thing. I was looking for something different in my life. And I'm like, I've always wanted to do the tarot. And when I came on here, and, I tell this story all the time, and Nancy saw me. And Nancy's like, oh, I want to get to know her. And when I went to
You did that
Nancy's
too?
channel, when I went to Nancy's channel, it's like, oh, she does the tarot and everything. And that's what I want to do. And Nancy, I didn't bring it with me, but Nancy sent me my very first deck. And that is the Light Seers Tarot, which is my favorite deck
I
of all
love
time.
that. The Magician in
Yes.
that is one of my favorites.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love that. And the lover's card in that, the lover, male lover in that looks just like my daughter's father. I love that deck. And so, yeah, that's, people now know that, okay, she likes her cards. And, I get all these questions every day. Oh, well, if you believe in God or whatever, and you're doing these cards, I'm like, there's nothing evil about anything that I do. there is light and shadow in everything that we do every single day of our lives, all of us, whether we're into the cards or into religion or whatever we're into.
Yeah.
But it's a positive thing for me. It's always been positive, and those cards speak to me. And whenever I pull a card, it always resonates with me, even when I'm pulling something for someone else and like, oh, that's talking to me.
You guys have heard me talk about my aunt, the witch who raised me, and shaped my way of thinking along with my grandmother.
Yes.
Full on Christ believer, worshiper of Christ, followed
Yes.
his path. Very strong witch though. So I get what you're saying. You can be both in the same
Yes.
package.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. So next we have the high priest. What was the first time you remember trusting your intuition, like realizing I'm seeing, this is an actual thing?
Mm-hmm.
What was the first time?
Probably the first time was when I was having my daughter. That whole thing was I manifested that whole thing. Like I manifested, I was going to have I had been talking about this for years before I even met the sperm donor, is what we're going to call him.
I've heard that referred to that position before, yes.
And so God rest his soul. He's no longer with us, but that's what we call him. And so before I even met him, I knew I was going to have a daughter and her name was going to be Zoe. I already knew that. That was in my mind. You couldn't tell me otherwise. And when I got pregnant with her and I went to the doctor and like, oh yeah, you're having a girl, blah, blah. I already knew that. I mean,
Right.
that I knew. And when the first time that I sent out information to people who I hadn't seen in a long time, and I had these little stickers put on a card and it said Zoe, and everybody's like, she really had a baby and the baby's name is Zoe. And these are people who knew me for years before I was in a relationship. And I'm like, yeah. And that was the first time I'm like, okay, I can manifest things and I can see things. And my mother always said to me, follow your first mind. And whenever I doubt anything, I always listen to her. I listen to that with her saying, follow your first mind. You're never wrong. And that is so true. I never am. I never am wrong. So my intuition is very, very heightened in that regard. But back then is when I realized that, I can manifest things and I have this intuition of I know what's going to happen. And I just trust it.
Right.
And that was my daughter's 27. So that was way longer than 27 years.
Gotcha. All right. So our next card is the Empress. Now, in what ways do you nurture your spiritual self? What kind of spiritual practices do you have?
Well, of course, with my prayer, that's always my rosary, lighting candles. Right now, it's of course getting ready. I'm still working on building my altar for Santa Muerte and doing that. But prayer is mostly the thing for me. It's always prayer. It always starts with that for me and ends with that for me always. When I'm doing my readings, my rosaries are right next to me. I have all my crystals. It's like a hodgepodge of all kinds of stuff.
Right.
So my rosaries are there, my crystals, there's candles, there's all kinds of stuff around me. And it all just works together, all of it. All of it.
That's perfect. Let's catch up on chat real quick. Yeah, exactly, Nancy. The power of manifestation. I wish more people believed it. It came close. What was it, 10 years ago when everybody was talking about The Secret?
Right.
When it came out, I was like, oh, witchcraft. Oh, magic. Yeah,
Right,
that's
right,
why didn't you just say that? Why you gotta
right.
rename it? All right?
Exactly. They didn't want to scare people off, I think.
It's what it was. Yeah.
Right. Right.
So the Emperor is our next card. Now, every time I catch you on something, you're talking about something you're doing. You're so busy. How do you stay structured?
Um, That's a good question. I have to take the time for myself. And, I have so many young people who have really grown me, grown my channel, and who I love beyond. They come in every day, they bring me their positive energy, they ask me things, Lexi, can you help me with this? Or I have a question, or, what is your quote for the day, and all kinds of things. But a lot of times they want me, afterwards. It's like, Lexi, I need to talk to you. I need to call you. I need to do this, that, and the other. And I really have to put up some boundaries sometimes. And sometimes I don't want to do that. But it's just setting boundaries for me, and for, I have to have time for myself and time to spend with Zoe. That's really important to me. And so my structure is every day I get up. It's the same thing every day. I do the same thing every day. I get up in the morning, and I'm like, Zoe says, she laughs at me, and she's like, oh, you get up and the angels go, oh, and I'm like, of course
they did. Oh, no, I couldn't. I could never be in a relationship with you, Lexi. I'm not a morning person. I don't get up until 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
That's okay. Neither does Zoe. That's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
I went to bed last night at 3 in the morning. I was still up at 7 this morning, like, that's
oh my God.
That's just me. But I do the same things. It's like a repetitive thing. I do the same things mostly, but I know when I want to do something. And I'm somebody who, Bobby, I'm very consistent. And if I put my mind to something, I'm going to do it. I don't care what's going on. I don't care if, like, I've had a couple of falls the last month. Even with that, the pain I was in and everything I was in, it's like, I got to get online. I got to see my people. I got to do this. I got to do that. On Thursday nights.
Were you banging your tambourine this morning?
I was.
Selena ratted you out. Yeah.
I was banging my tambourine this morning. I was. But it was so funny because I hit the 4,000 watch hours plus today. So I was banging that tambourine this morning.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes. I was banging that tambourine this morning because I did it. I worked hard and I set a goal for myself.
Absolutely.
And so that's, what I do. I just set a goal for myself. Basically, I don't write things down. I'm not like, I don't have a list of like, at this time I have to do this, and at this time I have to do that. I don't do anything like that. But the moment strikes me, I'm going to do something. But when I set my mind to something, then that's it. It's happening regardless. It's happening.
Yeah, I feel I should tell you that, and I've told Selena this too. Between you and Selena, you're helping me realize I need to be more focused in my own channel and my own business. Because right now I was basically, whenever I feel like getting on, I get on. This show and then my Thursday night show are the only steady gigs. Everything else is like, when I feel like it.
Right.
But you guys have made me realize I need to be more focused and more set. Have a more structured path. So
and just make that whatever you want to make it. Like everybody always says to me, how do you do this? How do you get up every day? You go 3 hours or more a day, live every day. How do you do that? And I'm like, well, I just make that time for myself. But everybody can't do that.
I had to seek out.
Do.
It's true. I don't handle structure very well, so I had to call in some help. I had to call in my friend Joey's wife, Nicole. She's got a great business mind, a great business sense. So I had to say, I think I'm wasting some opportunities here. Can you help me build more structure in my life? And so she did. Lexi is a machine. She's a beautiful machine. All right. So I tell people that if you need help, reach out and get it. Don't be too proud.
Exactly. And I agree with that, because as a Leo, I can be one of those very proud people.
Me
know
too,
how
Mama.
we are, Bobby.
I know. I know. I
Yes. You
know.
know how
I
we
know.
can
I know. I
be.
know. We know. Like, I really do want all of my friends to succeed, but
Yes.
I want to succeed too. You know.
Yes. Yes.
uh,
Exactly. Exactly.
that's
So
good
yeah,
stuff.
I do now, more so now, am able to ask for help, when I need it now. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, we've got Jeffrey joining us. Krista, what's up, baby? Tapestry of the Unseen. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome everybody.
All right. So banners. Our next card is the Hierophant. We now. I'm going to change the question up here. The
Mhm.
question is normally, do you follow any particular path or religion?
Mhm.
We have already discussed that you do, but
Yes.
uh, Santa Muerte, la
hmm
Santísima.
hmm
How did you meet her?
I met her. I was talking to Selena about her, and we were talking about her. Selena had asked me, how did I know? How do I know her? And my mother knew about her. My mother, being devout Catholic, knew all the saints, the candles. My mother's patron saint was St. Anthony always. We always had St. Anthony candle, always going, St. Anthony statues, St. Anthony fonts with holy water in them, everything in my house. But my mother knew of all the saints, and my mother didn't know Santa Muerte, but she didn't really particularly was not a devotee. And that was the
Uh-huh.
first time I'm like, oh, I wonder who that is, as a young person, like, oh, who's that? And, but as Selena and everybody was talking about her, I'm like, there's something about her that sparked something in me. And that's how I came to really learn about Santissima Muerte. And, that she's Catholic, basically. And,
Basically, yeah.
and I just love everything about her. And there's all different kinds of things with Santa Muerte. I mean, yes, she's done all different kinds of things, but basically, she has prayers, Santa Muerte prayers with Mother Mary, and all kinds
Hmm.
of stuff, whatever. And I have my book here too.
Right, I love that book. I have it on audiobook also.
Yes. So I just love the prayers, and I do the prayers, and I do when I get online every day, especially in the beginning. I used to tell Selena, I'm like, Selena, I have been called every name but a child of God doing my live streams. I mean, every day. Like yesterday, somebody just came in the chat and they were like, oh, N word. And I'm like, well, really? Is that what you
Yeah.
came in here to tell me? Really? Like I don't know? Like, hello?
Right, right.
Like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
don't handle
you know,
trolls
I
well.
know, Bobby. They're so funny to me because, like what I say, everybody always says Lexi's so nice. She's even nice to the trolls because, I mean, they make me laugh because I'm like, if you took the time out to be that nasty, that snarky, that mean, just to come in my live stream when you see
Right?
me happy and see everybody happy and we're happy and laughing, and you come in here to say something nasty to me like that,
You
you
had
you got some
free
problems.
time in your day and you
Right. And
chose,
you chose
rather than
to
to
come
do
in.
something positive, you chose to come
Right.
into a stranger's room and
Right.
show your ass.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, I get it.
Exactly. So, I just laugh at them. I just laugh at them. But before every live stream, I say I have a um negativity purge incantation that I made myself. And then I slather myself with Selena's transmutation oil and I say all the things. And I say a few prayers from here. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to let that negative energy impact me or anything like that. So, that's basically that's what fuels me every day. And Santissima Muerte, I mean, she's amazing. I have prayed to her for some things, and I know those things came true. And I
Hmm.
mean, some people are like, well, I don't do spells and whatever. Words are spells. Everything that comes out of our mouth is a spell,
Thank
whether
you.
you know it or not.
Yes, I've talked
Right.
about this before. That's why I'm very careful of the music I listen to when I'm
Yes.
facing myself in the mirror.
Yes. Yes.
Exactly. Words have power.
Yes, they do. They do.
Let me jump back over here real quick. Yeah, we can talk about trolls another time. Anytime trolls show up, I let them know this isn't the right show for that.
Right, exactly. Well, guess
I'm
what?
not the love and light kind of fucker you're thinking of.
Exactly. And like, because I have so many of the kids on my channel, we have a few that are really, they don't want to hear cursing or anything. And I do have a potty mouth, and I have to let them know I don't do it.
I've been
But
told I have a potty mouth.
no,
I know.
who would say such a thing?
Such vile words.
And I do. I have a couple of videos way back when, and in the video I put, when I was editing it, profanity warning in the video, because I could just go off on something. I mean, I am from the Bronx anyway. I could just go off.
Boogie down, mama. Go on.
I could just go off. But when I'm with the kids, I try not to. I try to really keep it composed. And the other day, somebody's like, you said a bad word, because I said a-hole. And I'm like, well, so I was on somebody else's chat and they were saying something else. I said, oh, well, now I'm just going to say kudo. If you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you don't know. But, what I started to say to you is, I guess I've made it, because Tarot Destroyer came into my chat a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
and that was the funniest thing ever.
No.
I'm like, Tarot Destroyer, I must have made it.
Oh, that bitch. No, that was the first troll I ever had, so they have a special place in my heart.
Yeah.
And I'm lucky I haven't had that many. The spells are holding. So
yes. So that's what I started to say too. Like, the things that I say and do, it really keeps that negativity at bay. And when that negativity comes into my space, I just get rid of it. I'm like, thank you so much for the watch time, but you gotta go.
Not me. I curse them on their way out the door. I'm not that loving witch they think. No. I'm the other kind. Okay. So I think my husband's dodging me. I left my slushie in the other room and I asked him to bring it, but he hasn't responded.
Maybe, is it one that he might like?
No.
Okay, he doesn't. Okay, so we know he didn't drink it.
No, he's probably watching TV and just has. Oh, look, there he is.
See, there you go.
Thank you, baby.
Yes, thank you, baby. There you go. Talking about somebody.
Thank you, baby. Really? He said, for some reason, my emails are going into his account. I hooked up his phone, so I did something. But he says, you just got another subscriber.
Yay! Come on, subscribers. Red
slushies. Yes. By the way, if you are not subscribed to Lexi's channel, please do so, which I find it hard to believe that anybody in here is not already subscribed to your channel.
Yeah, everybody here is. Everybody
and
here
if you are not subscribed to Wild Raven Tarot, please
do.
Please do.
All of my people, please do.
Please do. By the way, when are you going to have me on your show, girl? I've been waiting for that invite.
Yeah, you got anytime you want to.
Okay, we got the Lovers as our next card, my love. How have your romantic relationships been shaped by your spirituality? Spirituality.
That's a good question.
Have people been open to your beliefs where your relationships have been concerned?
I believe so. But they've been like, some of the relationships I've been in, a couple of them were raised probably Catholic, but then as they got older, it changed maybe to something else, or they just were not religious anymore. But my religion holds regardless. So whoever I'm with, I mean, that's the first thing you're going to find out. I am Catholic. I'm into divination, and you know, you either rock with it or you don't, basically.
Boom.
But I haven't had any really issues. I mean, you know, everybody, the old school people are, well, if you're not somebody who you're equally yoked with, that this is not gonna, you know, it's not gonna work out or whatever, which may or may not be true. But I don't really look at it like that. It just depends. There are some people who I know, for instance, I see them and I know who they should be with and who is for them and who's not for them and everything. But for myself, I feel like I'm open to anybody. I'm open to, you don't have to be Catholic for me to be with you. You don't have to believe, and you know, you don't have to believe in anything for me to be with you at all. You know, you just don't. Um, so as long as you are all about, you know, the love, the kindness, the generosity, you know, that's what I'm all about. That's what I'm about.
Yeah, true. My husband and I have completely different belief systems, but it's worked for us for 25 years.
Yes.
We stay out of each other's pipe, so to
Right.
speak.
Right. And
Um,
I love that.
our next card is the Chariot. Has it been difficult moving forward with your chosen spiritual path? And what kind of roadblocks have you faced, if any?
I don't think it's been difficult, really, because it's something that I want to do. And like I say to everybody, to each his own. I am 61 years young, and nobody can tell me what I can or cannot do. And I do what I want. And this is something that I have wanted to do for years. When I was a little girl, I met this woman, and she worked in this store that had all these geodes and crystals. You know, I can't see anything in this. I can't see anything that anybody's saying. So if you're saying anything to me, I'm sorry, I cannot see it.
Well, Mr. Floyd's Universe says, we are so grateful every time your love shows up in our chat, Lexi.
And I'm so grateful too. I love Josh. I'll get back to the question, but I love Josh so much. And Josh does he's channels, and I've met so many beautiful people there with him and with Victor, Truth Wave Energy. And I love them so much. And I love all of my soul family that I met there. But Josh and I, now we come on almost at the same time. So I don't get to go in much anymore. And I hate that. But I will be watching all the replays because I miss everybody and everything over there.
Hey, Josh, if you're open to it, I'd like to have you on Behind the Cards.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
I would love to talk to you.
Yes, Josh is amazing.
Shoot me an email and I will respond with some dates that in October if you're open to it. Okay?
That's amazing.
I'm all
That's
scout
amazing.
for shows.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, but if Lexi vouches for you, that says a lot to me. We've got an acceptance. Absolutely. Okay.
That's awesome. Josh is amazing. Amazing. As everybody here is amazing. Everybody
Hi,
here is
Tina,
amazing.
how you doing? Tina Woodruff has just joined us.
Everybody here is amazing.
Okay, so no
Okay,
major
yeah, I need
roadblocks
to
to
get
your
back to the
spirituality?
question. What was the question?
Have you
Oh,
faced
has it been
any roadblocks or anything like that?
Not really, because those people who don't really know what I'm doing or don't jive with what I'm doing, like most of my friends outside of my YouTube family, they don't know, they don't support me at all. They don't come to my YouTube channel. They don't watch my live stream. If they do, they're in the bushes. Yeah, they don't support me. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that because the people who are supposed to be for me and who are meant for me are right here. And so I'm happy with that. And when my mother passed away, a lot of people just scattered from my life. They just left. Right. Like, oh, good. Aunt Jewel's dead, you know, or Jewel. My mother's name was Jewel. And she's dead. And so they don't give a damn about Zoe and I. It's just Zoe and I against the world. And I'm so happy with that. I don't have to put on airs and be fake and phony, because that is something that I will never be and do. And, you know, I always tease every day with the whole, Selena says, we got you, mi hermana. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And I love you all so much. And, you know, I've met my soul family here. I mean,
Yes.
Selena and I, we talk almost every day, you know, and I just, you know, and I love you.
I
And I
don't
love
understand how
everybody.
Selena, okay, I just don't get how this woman knows everybody so intimately across the board. Selena, that is just amazing. She's just as amazing as you are, Lex. I mean,
She
she knows who
does. She does.
everybody. And I'm like,
She does.
how? You know?
She does. I've learned so much from her. And one thing I've learned from her is that when you meet somebody, you have that, you know, when she and I met, that instant, it was instantaneous.
Right.
Like, I love you. I knew that, you know, she and I, we've had a past life before. So we've already discussed all of that. And I knew that from the beginning. And then to find out when she did this past life reading, and, you know, I was her protector. And I see that, you know, I just see that everywhere. And, but yeah, Selena's taught me so much, and everybody here has just taught me so many things about myself and about how to treat people and how to do things. And is what I try to tell everybody here. So I don't really I face roadblocks with the people who are not here. The people here who I face roadblocks with, they're no longer in my orbit.
Right.
They have been excommunicated from my life. And there are a few of them here on this platform that unfortunately they've had to go. And they're probably watching in the bushes right now, very jealous and everything.
I
And,
don't
you know,
make a big scene of cutting it off with people. I just cut you off.
that's it.
If you don't
That's
hear
it.
from me, well,
Yes, that's it. And that's what I do too. It's a quiet thing. It's just like bye. And then they wake up the next day and they're like, oh, I think she blocked me. Or I think yeah, you're damn right I did. Bye. Because we don't need that in our life. I just want everybody who's for me, who's positive, whom I'm positive for. That energy, you know, that empathic energy for me, I feel everybody's energy. And when
right.
it's negative energy, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want that around me, and I don't need it. I don't care if you're my blood family or anybody else. I don't need it. And you just have to go. So yeah, so the roadblocks basically I've faced have been in my outside life, and the ones here, they've gone. Se fue. Bye. Get out of here. But yeah,
I
so
love that. All right. Well, let's take a look at our next piece of. All right, so now we have the strength card. Where do
that's
you
my card.
find? Yeah, that's your card. Where do you find? And we say that because it's the Leo card. Strength is associated with Leo, and Lexi and I are both the best sign on the
The
zodiac.
best.
Leo. I mean, it's a proven fact.
Yes.
Where do you find your inner strength? Is it in your faith or your family, kids, dog? What?
My inner strength, I do find it in my faith, but I also find it in my daughter, in Zoe, you know, because everything I do it with her in mind. Everything I do, this YouTube, everything I've done here is for Zoe. And everybody in my chats in my life, they could tell you, they all know it's about Zoe. Subscribe to Zoe. Everything is about Zoe in my world. You know, she's my one and only baby. And I tell that story of my mother being 33, giving birth to me. I only weighed 3 pounds.
Wow.
Then 33 years later, I gave birth to my daughter on 3/3. I mean, you can't make this up.
That's
You just
cool.
can't make it up. So yeah, everything about me, my inner strength does come a lot of times from Zoe, because she puts me in my place. You know, she has to say, Mom, this is not it, or that is not it, or what. I'm like, okay, you know, she gets me straight. She keeps me straight. And
Right.
but basically, my inner strength does come from my faith. I'm very strong in my faith. I wake up every day, Bobby, with that. I'm happy every day because life is just too short. And I don't want to wake up and be mean and be nasty and be negative or any of those things. I wake up every day and I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. So many of my friends at this young age of 61 are not here anymore. So many of my classmates are not even, they didn't even make it past
Yeah.
probably 30s or 40s. They're gone. And so, it's important to me to live life to the fullest, but live my best life. And so I don't allow any BS. I don't allow any negativity. I don't allow any disrespect. None of that. Like, I'm not having it. I'm
I'll
just
tell
not.
you the way I tell everybody else in my life. I have health issues.
Mhm.
I don't know how much time I have left, so I'm not going to waste it on people who are wasting my
No,
precious energy. Okay.
exactly.
I'm not going to do it. I'm
No,
not going to waste my time. And when I say waste my time, I mean I only have a certain amount of time left, hopefully a lot of more, um, but I'm not going to waste any of it on you. You don't deserve it. So
no.
be
Right.
gone before somebody drops
Exactly.
the house on you.
Right. Hey, that's what I say too, Bobby. That's what I say too.
Absolutely. Well, it's because we're
Yes.
Leos.
That's
Uh,
right.
so now we have the Hermit card. Um,
Ooh.
the Hermit card is all about reflection,
Mm-hmm.
but it is about being alone. How do you spend your alone time?
Oh my God. Gloriously. I love being alone. I love it. I love it. It's like Zoe's at work all day, every day. Zoe works 10 to 12-hour days. She works in the senior community. Zoe goes to work. That's why I do YouTube. You all keep me company. I come on YouTube, I do my 3 hours, and then I'm gone. And I just do what I like to just be quiet, and I don't mind. I love it when my people call me, my friends here, and we chat for hours and all of that. Like I have a play date set tomorrow to chat with one of my friends here and whatnot. But I'd like to be by myself. I just like to sit and veg out, play with Ma'am, watch some TV, do some reading, do whatever I want to do. I have
Hmm.
no problems with that at all. And I'm an only child. I do have siblings, but I was raised the only child because my siblings are so much older than me. My sister's almost 19 years old, and my brother is 17 years older than me. So when I was born, they were gone. My sister was in college. My brother was just getting ready to graduate high school, or he had just graduated high school, I believe, when I was born, because I was born in August and he would have graduated in June of that year of 1964, I think. And so I've always been by myself. And those are my dad's kids. I'm my mother's only child. And so I've always been by myself. And my daughter is my only child. So we love being by ourselves. We just love, being here, being quiet. I don't need to be in these streets. I'm in the YouTube
Mm,
streets,
the
but I don't
YouTube
need to be
streets
right. I'm in the YouTube streets.
in the
Ah,
street.
in the street. But I love being home and just being by myself. The hermit is really me, really me. And everybody's like, you're so outgoing. And I'm like, yeah, when I leave the house, I meet people and they come up to me. Like Zoe and I went to get dinner a couple weeks ago, and I told this story. This lady came up to me, went to pick up some food at Longhorn. This lady was way across the bar at Longhorn. She came up to me, hugged me, and kissed me, told me her life story and everything. And Zoe's like, Mommy, you know that lady? And I'm like, no, I don't know her. But, that's what happens. Every time I leave the house, I attract so many people. And people always
Yeah.
say, oh, you Leos want attention. I'm like, no, we don't. People want
We
our attention.
get attention.
People are
Yeah.
attracted to us.
Right. We just make use of it if it's there, you know. Oh,
Yes,
a stage.
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Um, here's the thing. Leo's like a alone time.
We do.
Um, yeah.
We do. Yeah. So
It's not easy
I'm
being
all
this
about that.
fabulous. It's not easy being this fabulous. We got to
It's not.
recharge.
It's
All right. So now we've got the
not.
Wheel of Fortune. Can you share a significant turning point in your spiritual journey?
Hmm. I think a significant turning point for me was back in June when it was presented to me back in May. Our beautiful aunt, Roots and Waves, she said to me, Lex, you know, you should go live every day and it's going to help you. It's going to grow your channel, blah, blah, blah. It was her suggestion that
Uh-huh.
made me do this. And doing this every day and feeling more comfortable now to, you know, pull my cards and do things. And I have so many people that are like, can you do a reading for me? Or who, like, behind the scenes, not in the live or anything, where I'm taping readings for people and sending them readings and doing things. And I never was like, I'm not going to, I can't do any of that stuff. But now I'm so comfortable doing it, you know, and that was a turning point for me. That just opened up the doors for me back in June, where people were very, I mean, the people just were coming in droves, and I couldn't believe, I never believe it here. I never believe that anybody is watching, that anybody today, somebody came on and they bought memberships for everybody. Two people came on and they donated 5 memberships to my subscribers, and people come in and they
Yeah,
do
I'm
all
gonna
of
have
that.
to start making use of my Patreon. I haven't yet, and I feel like I'm wasting an opportunity there, but um
Yeah,
you
and you will when you're ready,
your
you know,
light
to do it.
shines and you just attract people. I've noticed that. Um you just
I
you couldn't
do.
hide in a crowd if you tried,
No,
girlfriend.
no,
You couldn't. I
I
tell people
can't.
that all the time. I can't hide in a crowd. I
No.
will somehow you will see me. All right.
Yes. Yes.
Let's see what the
Exactly.
chat has to say. Okay.
And I wanted to say
Bobby.
hi because I didn't get to say hi to everybody. Oh, Kai said your hair looks amazing, Bobby.
Thank you. I look especially nice for Lexi tonight.
Yes.
Uh, took that
Yes.
extra step. Not that all my guests aren't wonderful, but Lexi is a Leo. Come on.
Come on.
Pay respect. All right. Now we've got the Justice card. The Justice card is one of the cards that asks if our actions have been in balance. If you could go back and change one thing in your life, what would you change?
That's a really good question. I would change, and this answer is so controversial, I think, for me, because I'm so open and I'm so, you know, friendly and loving to everybody. But I would change opening myself up to certain people and allowing people to just dump all over me. I would change that. There are a few people that have done that to me, and very just uncalled for, you know. And it's like, I've been so nice and I'm so kind and I'm so everything. And those people, nobody in this orbit at all, but those people, um, I think I regret just opening myself up to those people. But it doesn't jade me, or it hasn't changed me for the people who are in my life right now. Has not that never has jaded me or changed me. I just know that there are certain people now that I know I'm more in tune now to the energies that are around me, and to feeling the energy that's around me, um, because I never knew these empathic powers before. I never paid attention to them, and now I do. And so when you're around me, I know there's certain energies and certain things I know. I'm like, oh no, you got to go. So that maybe would be, you know, those acts, but give me some balance, because I had to learn how to choose those boundaries, and how to make those boundaries really stick. Yes, Robin, it does. It sucks. Empath challenges. Yes, that's my sister Robin. So
Hey
yeah,
John, how you doing?
Yes.
Yeah, see you come in, John. All right.
Hi, John. Oh, and I want to say one thing before we go on. I want to say, of course, my Bronx bombshell, Miss Taro D, who is just the
Yes, she is.
most loving person in the world. And of course, my Nancy. But I have to say to Millie, because every time Millie always comes to my chat, and I always miss her because I'm always running my mouth. And then Millie comes in and she's like, "Hi, Lexi. Bye, Lexi." And I'm like, "No, I miss Millie." So I have to say, I love you,
Yes.
Millie. I always see you in the chat after the fact.
And I'll be honest, my sleep patterns make me miss a lot of my tribe shows. I have to catch them on replay. But yeah,
Yeah, but
Selena
that's okay. You know
Selena
what?
scolds me. You guys know
I
that.
know. But you know, Bobby, we can't, but I explain to everybody every day. We all want to grow. We all, it's like, let's grow, let's do this thing, but we all can't be every place at the same time. And when we could get to somebody, we will give them that undivided attention and do it when we can. And I hear so many people who now I'm involved with in growing YouTube, and they're the first thing that comes out of their mouth, "Oh, you didn't see me in the chat," or "Oh, you didn't these people don't support me and those people don't support me," whatever. I'm like, listen, we're all doing the best that we can here.
Yeah.
We all have lives outside of YouTube. And everybody's not retired like Lexi, where they can sit on YouTube for 3, 4, and 5 hours a day and do this thing. This is not easy. This is not for the faint of heart. It is not. It
It's
is
not.
not. It's not.
Some of the shit we put up with Lexi.
Yes. A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
People like Tarot Destroyer. And
Like
I didn't
that.
see Tarot Destroyer for a very long time after I cursed them during one of my shows. And I just never saw them again. So I figured curse worked.
Right.
And Joey, when we did our show last week, she pulled cards for us beforehand and looked at it. And she said, held it up. She's, "We're going to get some trolls today." And I was like, "No, man." And sure enough, that episode, Tarot Destroyer, came in, and I looked at her. I was like, "Bitch, what? This is your fault, Joey."
You need to have bad bitch spray right then and there.
Yeah.
Which I have to get some, by the way.
She has some bitch be gone.
Yes, bitch be gone. Bitch be gone.
I do have a link in my description box if anybody wants to go
Yes,
to the
gotta get
Veiled
that.
Cottage
Gotta get
Wish.
that. Gotta get that.
Okay, so let's
But
check the
yeah,
chat.
you know, it's just that we all are here. I feel like as adults, we all can only do what we can do. You know, there's not enough time in the day. I can't be in 50 places at one time.
Right.
And you know, everybody gets worried about, well, I can't go live because somebody else is live. Listen, we are all trying to do this thing.
Right?
So it's no
I
slight
tell
against
people,
anybody.
do you know how many people have channels on YouTube? An
Right.
awful
Millions.
lot. Okay, so you're going to come up against other people.
Somebody
right?
at some point.
Doesn't matter. You're going to
doesn't.
come up.
It doesn't. It doesn't mean that I don't wish you well and whatever. I'm just doing my thing.
And true, there are times when I don't want to go up other people I know that are live. Like if I know
Yes.
Gerald's live, I won't go up against him.
Yes, yes,
You know,
yes.
But there are other times when that's the only time of the week I'm going to
That you can do it. Right, right.
Yeah.
That's what I say too. You know, sometimes it's just the time that we can do things. You know, it's just the time that we can do things. That's what I say. You know, that's why I miss Josh. You know, but we go in. We try to always. You know, somebody will go there and they'll come over and they'll pop on and they say, "Hi, Lexi." Then they go back. You know, and that's what we do. There's no ill will towards anyone. No ill will ever. We want to see everybody succeed here. Yeah,
it's true. I tell Joey, if my friends succeed, I succeed.
Yes,
it's a good thing.
Yes, exactly.
So now we've got the Hanged Man, my dear. The Hanged Man. Looking back, what advice do you wish someone had given you? And if they did give it to you, would you have taken it?
This is a good one. You know, I think it was when I was getting my master's degree, and there were people who had gotten theirs and done it the way I did mine, which I got my master's degree online. So every day, I say to Selena, geez, because I know that Selena's doing the whole thing. I did go to brick and mortar to get my Bachelor of Arts degree at the ripe old age of 49. I got that. And then I went straight on to get my master's, and I did that online, my master's in education. And I'm so proud of that. But that's basically teaching yourself. You're teaching yourself. And I wish that somebody who had gone through that process before, there were a lot of people in my family and that who had gone through that process. And I wish that somebody would have said, Lex, this is what it is. This is what's going on. This is what you're going to be doing, blah, blah, blah. And maybe I would have done it differently. And so there's that in my education. And then basically, I think just in my life, not taking time for myself a long time ago. Like now I am, but not taking time for myself, not just rushing through.
I
and
think
really,
that's a youth thing.
yeah,
We just don't take time
we
for
don't,
ourselves. We're
we
enjoying
don't.
everything, the world too much.
Yes. Yeah. And I wish that I would have listened to somebody saying, don't rush things. Don't rush getting older. I was telling somebody today, they asked me for some advice. And I said, don't rush. If you're a young person, stay there. You have all the time in the world to be an adult and to deal with the BS that we deal with every day. If I would have known that, you think I would have been rushing?
Do you know why I formed this question in the first place? Is because when I was a young little queen in LA, I was at a bar one night and I was outside. I must have been about 21, drunk and talking with my young friends. And there was a group of older queens, like in their 60s, 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And I ended up talking to them while I was smoking a cigarette, waiting to go back in. And I don't remember what we were talking about, but they said that'll change as you age, my viewpoint on something. And I said, no, I don't think so. I'll always be this way. And they all looked at each other and kind of turned away and grinned, and I didn't understand why. But now as an old man, I'm looking back, I get it.
Right.
Uh, yeah, they're like, bitch, you'll find out.
You
Don't
will.
worry. Yeah, it's just
Right.
to this day, that is one of my favorite stories. Those three old
Mm-hmm.
men outside talking about things, and me thinking I knew everything.
Right.
Uh,
Because don't we when we're that age? Don't we think we know everything?
oh,
And
and
we
we're
don't know a damn
invincible.
thing.
That's
Right.
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 Don't know
We are
shit.
clueless.
Don't know shit and bulletproof. Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. Exactly.
So our next card is the death card. How do you
Oops.
approach? Oh, you okay, girl?
Yeah, I just dropped some cards.
Oh, okay. How do you approach change and transformation in your life?
That's a good question. I think that I'm pretty good with change for the most part. I'm somebody who's very consistent though. So when change happens, it's like it takes a minute maybe to get used to something. But it's like, I had to, like when my mother passed, that was the biggest change of my life, basically. And she passed 4 years ago. And I never knew that on Mother's Day, we took her out of here. She walked down the stairs and we got in the car and we took her to the emergency room. I never knew that was the last time that she would be here. And she lasted for almost a month after that. And but she never came back home. And that was one of the biggest changes for me and for my daughter. I was 56 when my mother died. I was 2 months shy of my 57th birthday. And everybody's like, oh, you need to get over it and this and that. And I'm like, I will never get over that. My mother was everything to me. She was my everything. And we were like this. And that was a big change for me. And I just couldn't get out of my own way. I really was so guilt ridden about losing my mother and about her being sick and me not knowing. It's like, well, I'm not a cardiothoracic surgeon. I would have never known anything that what she was going through.
Right.
But I also had my head in the sand because she was going through a little bit of dementia. And to me, my mother hung the moon. She was like my hero. So I'm like, there's nothing wrong with her. She's fine. Everything's fine. There's nothing wrong with her. And she was sick. And so when she passed, that was one of the things, one of the biggest changes in my life, because I had been together with my mother as an only child from the time I was 6 years or 5 years old when she and my dad split until she died. There were a couple of times in there where I moved away. And so I wasn't like right with her, but I talked to her every single day. And so we lived together for the last 19 years or so of her life, or 20, maybe 20 something years of her life. We lived together. And that was the biggest change for me, her not being here. So that was a really, really, really big change. Big change. Big change.
My in-laws are getting up there, and it's going to break our hearts if something
Yes.
happens.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to handle my husband. He's going to be inconsolable.
Yes. Yes.
But it's going to happen. So I'm
it's
trying
inevitable.
I'm trying to get him to spend as much time with
them. Yes, it's important. That's important. And I mean, inconsolable. I cried every day for 3.5 years, every single day. Poor Zoe would just look at me. She did not know what to do. And it was just awful. I mean, I would cry from the time I got up in the morning to the time I went to bed at night, and in my sleep and everything. I just cried. I was just inconsolable. And I always knew that would happen. My father has been gone for 27 years now. And I was a daddy's girl too, but it wasn't that, I missed my dad, but I didn't cry over him like that. I knew from years ago, I'm like, if anything happens to my mother, you might as well just make room for me with her, because I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to be here. But of course, I didn't have a child then and everything. And I have my daughter. There's no way that I would, leave her or anything like that. But just the that crying every day. I mean, I just couldn't stop, Bobby. It was just like, it was really something. That was a big change. That was one of the biggest changes of my life. And but now I went to this beautiful moon magic that Ange and Elizabeth had when they were doing that. And I released my guilt, and I released everything. And from that day forward to this day, I mean, I've cried, of course, but happy tears about things. Not any more guilt about my mom. I released all of that. I released it.
Good.
Yeah, I released it.
So, our next card is Temperance.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you just answered it. I love the Temperance card because it's a survivor's card. Was there ever a point in your life where you didn't think you were going to make it? It sounds like you just answered it.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Basically.
All right, then.
Yeah.
One ahead. All right. We've got the Devil card. What was the hardest thing you ever had to break free of? Any addiction, relationship?
One of the hardest things for me was, of course, my relationship with the sperm donor. I mean, it was, we weren't together for 8 years. And I never had any physical abuse, but there was always mental and verbal abuse. Always that. And I was 5 years older than him. There was always that, because he had a, yes, I love him young. I like him young. But he had a hard upbringing and a hard life, and I did not. So there was that clash. There was that clash between us, because he was like, oh, you just have everything. You just have it all. And he just couldn't see. He was in his own way. He just couldn't see. He just couldn't see it. And but one of the hardest things breaking for me was, I've told the story. I've lost over 130 pounds. And really getting my health and getting my life together. And I've never had any addictions as far as drugs or alcohol or anything like that. And I told my daughter, if it wasn't so thing, because I'm a Black woman and they're not, my body will never be donated to science at all. It just will not be. But if, and you have to read between the lines there's a whole bunch of stuff on that, and we could get into that another day, as to why I say that. But it's a proven, it's a known fact. I'm a woman. I'm a Black woman. I was a heavy person who's now losing weight and everything. So they will never take my body in to be donated to science. But I told my daughter, oh, they need to. My pain tolerance is so high. And, I've just been through so much in my life physically. Right now, I have degenerative bone disease. I walk with a cane. I have osteoarthritis. I've had the last 2 months that I have fallen. The last maybe month, I have fallen twice. The first one was the week before my birthday, where we had to call the paramedics. They sent 4 strapping men here to pick me up. That was lovely.
Funny.
That was
All
lovely.
right.
That was lovely.
I got you there. I had an episode at work, gosh, maybe 10, 12 years ago. I passed out. With my diabetes, it was 1020 was the 1020 was my count when they did it in the hospital.
Yes.
I woke up in Arizona here. It's really hot, so the firemen all wear shorts.
Yes.
I woke up with 6 firemen all are squatting around me in tight shorts, and I woke up and I hear the girls I work with, is he okay? And I stuck my hand between one of the guy's legs and just went like that. And I could hear them all crack up from the other room. So that was one of the best days ever.
The best. But that too, I'm a diabetic too. And when I was diagnosed, my blood sugar was almost 700. And I was put on insulin. I'm a type 2 diabetic, put on insulin and all that. And that's when I made the decision that, okay, I've got to get my health and get myself together. I couldn't see. I was losing my eyesight. I mean, everything was going on. And I'm like, okay, I've got to get it together here. And so that's when I decided that I would lose the weight. Now I am on Mounjaro to help me with my diabetes. And, but it is contributing to me. This last month, though, has been not good because my birthday came into play, and I have just been doing all kinds of things that I have no business doing as far as food goes.
Like the slushy I'm drinking?
Right. That part. Right.
But it's good, though.
It is good. It's good going down, but it's not good afterwards.
No.
So, so that's one of the biggest, one of the hardest things was to get out of that relationship, initially with the sperm donor. And then, just right now, getting my life together, trying to get myself together, trying to get it together.
Let's check the chat. They're making fun of me. Miss Chero D, Pinchi Madrina. She put some. I thought you'd get a kick out of it. She cracks me up.
Eggplants, honey.
Okay, so next card is the Tower. How do you handle those moments of upheaval in your life? And what advice for handling those Tower moments would you give to other people?
One of the things for me is everything for me is like a lesson, right? And like when I fell, anybody else would be like, oh my God, and this happened to me and blah, blah, blah. No, it was to tell me, Lex, you need to sit your ass down because you're doing too much and it's time for you to rest and it's time for you to take care of yourself. So there's always a lesson in something. So in those Tower moments when things are happening, now don't get me wrong, I do have those panic moments. And when I just have to sit down and think, okay, what is the lesson? What is the lesson for me in this moment? Like, what is going on? I mean, Zoe and I have been through so much. We've had so many panic moments where financially, we haven't had the money to take care of any of those things that have gone on. So it's always something, there's always something going on with us and financially. And so trying not to have that lack mindset and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff going on, it's really difficult. And I just try to think of the lessons always in that tower moment, when everything is burning to the ground. What is the lesson? What is the
Yeah.
lesson here for me? Because it's telling me something. It's telling me something. So basically, I just have to really sit down and think about what is going on in my life. What do I need to know? What do I need to do to fix this, to turn it around? And it's
My
hard, but I think that comes with age too. That comes with age too.
It does. Maturity gives us a whole new way of looking at life.
It does. It does. Yes, it does.
So my mom, if I screwed something up badly and hurt myself, my mom, my grandma both did the same thing. They'd lean down to where I was. How'd that work out for you?
Right.
What
How's
did you
that
learn?
working for you?
How did we learn anything from that? So everything was a freaking lesson
Yes. Yes.
and a jab in the rib at the same time with
Right.
them.
Right. Right.
So our next card, the star card. Looking
The
back,
beautiful star.
who would you say was your guiding light? You've been a guiding light to a
Mhm.
lot of people. Was your guiding light?
My guiding light forever and always will be Jewel Alice Morales. That's my guiding light, my mother. And my mother's birthday was November 11th, 11/11. She has been my angel for her whole life, for my whole life. She was my earth angel and didn't even know it. And so she's my angel now every day. And she's the person that leads me and guides me and everything. She's my North Star. Most definitely. Everything I do, when I say things in my chat and that light above my head lights up, I know it's her. She's like, yeah, she's here. She knew nothing about technology. She loved it though when I would get on Facebook and I would videotape her. I'm like, are you ready? And she would get all dolled up. And I would videotape her so I could put her on Facebook so she could thank everybody for her birthday wishes and all the things. And
Aw.
she just loved that so much. She didn't know anything about YouTube at all, but she knew that Zoe and I loved social media and that this is one of the things. Zoe has wanted to be a YouTuber since she was in middle school. And I used YouTube when I went back to college. And I've had my platform for 14 years. And I had a couple of videos on here, but I never thought I would be anybody's content creator. I was mostly on Facebook and Instagram, and I do a little bit of TikTok, but I never thought that this would be the place where I would find my tribe and my soul family here and do all those things. And my mother is the driving force really behind this. And I know that she would just absolutely love this and love everybody here. And I know everybody she would love because there's so many people who, she would love you because she's like, oh, Bobby's smoking. I'm going over there to hang out with
I was
Bobby.
just gonna say I spoke out with her.
Right, right. So that would be her whole thing. She would love it. She would be like, oh, is Bobby on today? Let's see what Bobby's doing. Yeah, so she would love all of this. She would love it so much. So yeah, so at the end of the day, my Puerto Rican mother who is named Jewel Morales and spoke no Spanish. My grandfather was born and raised in Santurce, Puerto Rico, Pedro Morales. She can't get any more Puerto Rican than that. And we don't speak Spanish because my grandmother didn't allow it.
Yeah.
My mother had 3 older brothers who were
Hi,
born and
Viviani. How you
raised
doing?
in Puerto Rico. But my mother and 2 of her brothers, the last 3 kids, and my mother was the only girl with 5 brothers. So that's why her name was Jewel. And so, yeah.
My grandparents didn't teach my mom Spanish either because they wanted her to assimilate.
Right.
It was that era where they wanted them to fit in.
Right.
And so now my Spanish is so bad. Selena
Mine is
Ramon
too.
just do that every time we try to speak it. They're like, just do it in English. Just we got you. We're bilingual. We got you.
Right. We got you. We got you.
All right. So now we've got the moon.
The moon.
What is an irrational fear that you have? Mine is zombies.
That's, oh my God. There may be a few things for me. One of my things, of course, is falling, which I seem to always be doing.
That's
these
not
days.
irrational. That's a valid fear. Yeah.
But irrational for me is rodents.
Really?
Yes. I don't
They're
want
so cute. I used to
Oh
have
my
hooded
God. Now,
rats.
and yes, I'm from the Bronx. Yeah, I know all of that. I don't, if I see, we had 3 little things around here. I manifested ma'am. I'm like, we need a cat. What are we going to do? We need a cat. We had never had anything in this apartment. I've been living here for 11 years. Nothing ever. And I don't even know where they came from. And I manifested this cat. Ma'am showed up. I heard this crying and screaming. And I'm like, whose cat is that? I thought it was in my, in the engine of the car. And I'm like, oh God, I hope there's not a cat in there. No. I took Zoe to work. I came back and I kept hearing all this loud noise. And then ma'am, her little kitten self, she just hopped up 16 stairs and came. And I'm like, where did you even come from? She's like, well, lady, you manifested me. I'm here.
You're like, don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions. So she
it.
came in. She handled her business. So now ma'am is the queen. She could do whatever she wants to here. She could get whatever she wants. She can get whatever she wants. But I think it would be that for me. I don't know. Growing up watching what was that movie with all the zombies? Night of the Living Dead. Yes.
That's what did it for me, brother.
Yes. Night of the Living Dead. But I never was scared of those, though. I don't know why. I wasn't scared of them, but I would have to say, for me, it's like creepy, crawly things. That's the irrational. That for me is like, I don't want, like growing up, they had that movie, The Rats, with the giant rats.
Yes. Rats and Ben.
And Ben.
Yeah.
all of that. And I heard you all talk about this movie that I have, and Zoe's like, what is that movie? The Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh my gosh. They killed it with sheet music at the end. No, and that's all I remember about it. It was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
I bought that on VHS.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch it again. Joey and I can get out and watch it one night.
Yes, yeah.
Let's check out chat, see what's going down.
Viviani's here.
We got
yes, Millie, all the classics, Millie.
Tapestry the Insane, Model Lorianne. Okay.
Oh yeah, Josh said Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. That too.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
All right. Okay.
Robin, your neighbor mentioned that movie. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
You guys don't understand. Watch it. Just go watch it.
You have to. It's a cult classic.
It's a cult classic. Yeah.
Yes, you have to watch.
So now the sun card.
Yes.
What brings you joy? What brings you joy, and how do you celebrate your successes?
Yes. I sing every day when I get online. I sing the here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. I love the sun card. I mean, what brings me joy? My God. I mean, everybody here, everybody who I've met here, just brings me so much joy. Every day, I wake up every day and I'm just like so full. I'm like, I'm ready to come here and see everybody and see all the kids who have just helped me here and everything. It just brings me happiness and joy. you know, waking up with Zoe every day and ma'am. And, you know, that's my life. It's just being surrounded by all these good people and good energy and everything. And yeah, that just brings me joy. And for
I
me, it's just giving myself the love and the energy that I have every day. If I could bottle it up, I would.
I'm amazed every day when I wake up that I have the people in my life that I have.
Hmm.
I'm honored. I go to bed sending off text messages to my closest friends here in the States and in Europe. And then I wake up and I get to see the messages that people have sent because,
Yes.
yeah, it just makes my heart feel good to
Yes.
know that
Yes.
I have this kind of people in my life.
Yes.
All right. Now, the judgment card says it's time to reflect on our lives. If they were creating a movie about your life and
Hmm.
experience,
Hmm.
what would it be called?
Mm. Well, you know how we had Get Christy Love?
Oh, I love that show.
Yes. So mine would be Get Lexi Love. Get Lexi Love.
Oh, I wonder if they have those on YouTube somewhere. Get Christy Love.
I don't know, but they're so good. Oh my God. I
Yeah,
just
she was
loved
my
her.
hero when I was a kid. She was
Yes.
badass. Yeah.
Yes, she was. She
And if you have
was.
never seen Get Christy Love, you guys go check it out.
Yes. Yes, you
It
do.
was
You do have
part of
to
the
see it.
black exploitation movement, yes, but it was
Hmm.
still good.
Hmm. It was good.
Shaft.
Yes.
That was the
Shaft.
Shaft
Shut your
era.
mouth.
Yeah, oh, where I remember even as a kid saying, "Should they? Is that what?" When they came out with Blackula, and I was
Oh
like,
my God. Blackula.
"Are they? Is that so? Huh? Is this all right? Can they do this? You know, because we were raised to
That
not
movie was
be.
so, that's a cult classic too. And with all the ketchup blood and all this, it's so funny.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
the
oh my
baby powder
gosh.
face makeup. Yeah.
Yes, yes,
Eh,
yes. But yeah, I think it would be Get Lexi Love. And because I want my legacy here to be that I was somebody who, you know, everybody loved, and I know that everybody loves me, and that I was kind and generous. You know, that's what I want my legacy to be. I don't want anybody to say, there's a meme that's goes around, a little thing, and it says, you know, be the kind of person that if anybody says something bad about you, nobody will believe it,
mhm.
and nobody's going to believe that about me. Yes, I am somebody who, I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And I am from the Bronx, and I will go Bronx on you in a New York second, and I will. But I never do it to be mean or anything. But I'm not going to let you mistreat me, and I'm not going to let you disrespect
Exactly.
me. So I have to tell you how it is. And
I
I do
look at
that every day on my live stream. My people now. They're like,
yeah.
somebody done messed with Lexi today. Like, yeah, don't come in here with that mess. We're not having that.
I
So
tell
yeah, I
people to
just,
have the day they deserve.
yes,
Well,
yes, exactly,
and if you have a
exactly.
bad day, that's on you, boo boo, not me.
Right. That's right. That's right. So yeah.
All right. So get Lexi Love. That's a good title. And the world card is our last card. It's a great big world out there, Lexi.
It
Where would you
is.
most like to visit and why?
Okay. Well, most of my people know there are a few places, and one of the places that I want to visit, that I've been wanting to visit since I was like 12, when I saw the Blue Lagoon, is Bora Bora. The Blue Lagoon was not filmed in Bora Bora, but I've always wanted to go to Bora Bora since then. So that's one of my places. But my mother traveled, and especially for her job, my mother went to Europe. My mother had lunch with Princess Di. My mother loved London. My mother loved France. And I never got to go to those places and experience that with her. I have been to Europe. I've been to Germany. One of my cousins lived there when I was young. They were in the military, and so we went to see them and everything. But I never got to go to the places where my mother was. So I want to go to Paris. I want to go to London. I want to go to the Côte d'Azur, the south of France, because my mother loved it there. And those are the places that I want to go. But Bora Bora is one of the places that I'm definitely going. That is definitely top of my list. And of course, I grew up, most people don't know here, I grew up on St. Croix in the Virgin Islands, and I
I
have
did
not been
not know that.
home. So yeah, I haven't. I lived there from the age of 6 to the age of 30, off and on. My mother always lived there that whole time, but she sent me back and forth to the States and whatnot. And so I haven't been home since Zoe was 8 months old. So it's been 27 years. And I need to go home and spread my mom's ashes. And then I'm taking my trip and I'm going to Bora Bora and I'm going to Europe and I'm going all over the place. So
All right. I don't know about Bora Bora. I've never really pinged that on my want to go places. My big thing is Greece. I want to go to Greece.
yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've just those are the tales I grew up with all happened in Greece, the Greek
Yes.
myths. And
Yes.
now that they're refurbishing the Temple of Hecate at the Acropolis,
Mm-hmm.
I when
Yes.
by
That
the
would be
time I
amazing.
save up the money to go, it should be all completed.
It should be.
It should be finished. All
Yeah.
right, Lex. So thank you so much. I'm going to open the floor up while Lex and I chit chat. If you have a question for my dear guest today, please post them in capital letters, maybe with an emoji just to so we see it. But
Yes. Yes.
would you said you had a deck of cards there? Do you want to pull a card
Sure.
for the collective, my dear? And
Sure.
I'll pull one as well.
Sure. Let's do that. All right. 2 of my cards flew away. So let me get them.
Swept away.
Swept
I'm
away.
swept away. I was swept away with you.
And I got a karaoke. I got a board to do karaoke. So I'm hoping to be doing that soon.
I love karaoke.
Yes, I
Karaoke
hope
is
to be doing that on my channel very soon. Very soon.
really.
My Filipina sisters inspired me, and they told me what to get and what to do. So as soon as I could figure it out, I've hooked it up partially, but I can't get the sound. I can hear the sound in my headsets, but I can't hear it out loud so everybody else can hear it.
Right.
So so as soon as we do that, when we go live every day, it'll be karaoke time with Lexi.
Awesome.
So yes.
I was a karaoke host for a long time.
Really?
When I started doing karaoke, they only had the 100 discs and the little thin book of karaoke songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then
You're such a trendsetter.
I've just worked for different karaoke companies throughout the years.
That's amazing.
If they had an opening down here where I live for a karaoke host, I would do it just so I could sing. That's the whole reason I did it.
Yes. Yes. I love it so much. I love it.
Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
Bridget, you have no idea.
Bobby has done it all. Yes, he has.
All right, I've got my cards. What do you got?
Okay, I pulled a card from Sonia Choquette, who is my all-time, my guru, Sonia Choquette, from the Trust Your Vibes Oracle deck. And the card that flew out actually was a jumper. So thank you, Spirit. It was the Listen to Your Heart card.
Listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart. So the card basically is saying to get centered and grounded and to tune into your spirit instead of your ego for guidance. And so listen to your heart. I mean, that's kind of my mantra too. Listen to your heart. Your heart. Sometimes people say, you did it with your heart instead of, but our hearts guide us sometimes. They really do. And I feel like my heart is never really, maybe I've been in some stupid situations as far as love goes, But I always trust my heart. I'm a romantic. I always trust my heart. And I always listen to my heart. So it grounds us, and it's kind of like our part of our intuition, right? To listen to our hearts a little bit, I feel. So I just love that card. Like, avoid stressing yourself out. Just listen to, it's almost like your intuition. Like, listen to your first mind. What is your heart telling you to do? What is it telling you? So I love that. I love that card, and it's so pretty. So yes, I just love it. Listen to your heart.
That's a pretty card. It
It
is.
is. It's
And
really
I love
pretty.
that song too. Listen to the
I love that
I'm a
too.
big Heart fan. Great
Me
group.
too. I love heart. I love heart.
So the card I drew is the reverse Ace of Wands.
Oh!
This is a card that says check your ego.
Mm.
So when you said that, I was grinning over here. I'm like, yeah,
Yes.
that's what I got.
Yes.
So for the collective, we are both saying, check your ego, know your role. Don't
Yes.
start none, won't be none.
Exactly.
Don't apply so much fire energy, maybe a little water energy, a caring, receptive energy. All right. And that is what we have for you. I didn't see any questions come up.
Okay.
So it looks like we've answered all there is to know about Lexi.
Yes.
Part one. I may
Part
have you back in
one.
part one. I'll have you back around our birthday, and we'll talk some more.
We definitely have to do that. That was amazing. That was like the highlight of my birthday. That was amazing.
I loved that show that
Me
we
too.
had.
Me
You,
too.
Selena, Ramon,
Yes,
Mr.
Miss
OD.
Tarot D.
Alina says, check yourself before you wreck
You wreck
yourself. You're
yourself.
damn right.
That's
And I
right.
don't know if it's just because the Gen X generation is more capable of learning from our mistakes than the generations before us or the generations after us, but we're adaptable.
We
'Cause
are.
we have to be. So yes, Viviani, this was fun. I loved being able to talk to you tonight, Lexi. I want to thank everybody for choosing to spend your time with us tonight.
Yes.
Lexi, stick around. We'll check back.
Yes, of course.
Chat backstage. Oh my gosh.
Of course.
All right, and
I
everybody,
love you, everybody.
what do you have coming up? Are you going to guest on anybody's show coming up?
I have an interview coming up with Light of Wisdom podcast, and that will be airing on October 27th. And then I am also their new co-host. So
Really?
yes. So I have interviewed our beautiful Hermana, Selena, Essence of the Moon. Her interview will be coming out November 27th. And I interviewed my beautiful niece, Pretty Heart the Conqueror. And her interview will be coming out on November, I think it's the 21st.
Wonderful.
I think. I'm not sure. Or the 17th. I'm not sure. It's in November. So all those things are coming out. And I'm excited. I'm excited about that. And then I'll be getting into some things with our lovely Bill and of the 999 show. So Bill and I, we were started out a little series on aging during the summer. And so I think we're going to get back to that and talk about some things. So yeah, so that's what I got. And then just my live streams every day. And stay tuned for karaoke with Lexi. That'll be coming up soon.
You're going to see me a lot if you have karaoke with Lexi.
Yes.
Yes, Selena, we see that she interviewed you. That was crazy scary for a second right there. My light.
Uh-oh, did it go off?
No, the lamp moved across the table.
Ooh.
And at first I thought, fuck ghosts. Then I realized my foot is on the cord. I was like, okay,
that's
no
something
ghosts.
I would do.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. I
Thank
will
you,
be on
everybody. Love
Thursday
you
night.
all. Love you all. Thank you, all my friends, all my beautiful soul family for showing up. Make sure you subscribe to Bobby.
Thank you. And I will see you on Thursday night, everybody, when
Yes.
when Selena is joining me on Behind the Moon. And I will probably be doing a pop-up before then. I'm not sure, but somebody had asked where the 420 was tonight. I might do a pop-up later tonight. I'm not sure. But hair this good shouldn't be wasted.
It
Let's
should
face
not.
let's face facts. All right,
Yes.
everybody. Love you. Love you all.